Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of, I think it's the week of April 20th. I never remember, but welcome. Thank you for being here. If you want to catch me live, by the way, what I was trying to say is that I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so make sure to come back and check that out as well. Gemini, let's see what we have going on for you this week. And let's see what is going on here. Definitely feeling a little bit isolated is what I'd say to you, Gemini, of course. But, a lot of people have these cards of isolation. What I would say is you're probably feeling it more with the cards that are showing up here. But let's get started. You start off with the flexibility card here in your first row. So I do feel like some of you need to be more flexible, probably in the way that you're working. But, again, that to me is a very obvious message just because of the current situation that we're all dealing with. To me, it is requiring flexibility and things like that. For some of you, I feel like there's a delayed beginning here is what I would say. This could be in a relationship. So I feel like for some of you in love, it's like maybe you were hoping to get started with someone, but maybe there have been delays. It could be a fire sign, and again, it could be someone at a distance as well. You have the World card here with this Page of Wands. So I feel like if you've been experiencing any delays in a relationship, it's due to probably like distance or, because of the quarantine and things like that as well. It's like maybe preventing you from, seeing someone. I feel like the flexibility card is like saying flexibility in how you get together with someone or how you get to see someone. Next, you have this Ace of Wands here with the Jack of Spades. For a lot of you, this is like needing to come up with other ways of doing things this week. To me, this is kind of like an energy of needing to find just other ways of doing things. I don't know how else to say it other than that. The Jack of Spades here is a card of kind of like curiosity and looking into things. It is the card of the child in the playing card reading system. I read playing cards very differently than tarot, and to me, the Jack of Spades is a card of the child, and it just represents like having a childlike energy, being curious. The Ace of Wands is like curious about a new beginning or like how you're going to start something new. I feel like for a lot of you, this could be just talking about the current state that we're all in, basically. Next, you have the Three of Pentacles here, Gemini, with the Eight of Clubs. Yeah, like maybe some confusion. Some of you, I do feel like there could be like work stresses, work pressures, things like that, especially if you're working from home. Maybe it's caused confusion or chaos with that Eight of Clubs. Three of Pentacles is also like, this to me, this whole first row here is pretty simple, actually. To me, it's just a delay. I know that's a very boring story, but I feel like for some of you, there's been some sort of delay in a new beginning that has already happened, basically. So I feel like for some of you, this is just a delay that's already happened. Three of Pentacles is like, I feel like you're like trying to work together with someone. Definitely could be in love, could be in a relationship. It's like you're trying to develop something, but Eight of Clubs is just like things getting in the way. I always say Eight of Clubs to me is the road less traveled. It's like, doing things that we've never done before. Technically, I mean, there has never been a quarantine like this for any of us that are alive today, right? For the most part, we've never had anything like this. So, just kind of like talking about the current situation, the confusion. Three of Pentacles, like wanting to show something off. Next, you have the Four of Swords here and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said, this whole first row is all about work, really, is what I'd say, except for this here. Just so you know, that at the end, I'm going to tie this all together. But again, this whole top row here, to me, represents love for you, Gemini. And again, we're going to talk about that at the end. But you have the Four of Swords here, Eight of Pentacles, or Eight of Diamonds. Like I said, taking a break from work. For others, the Eight of Diamonds to me can represent, with this Eight of Clubs that you also have here, in the playing card reading system, this to me can represent some energy of kind of like worries, or some energy of like kind of looking too deeply into things. Eight of Diamonds in the playing card reading system is called the key, and it says, number one, that you have the keys necessary to be successful in anything, whether it's love, money, business, whatever, but it's also a card of like paying attention to the detail. But with that Eight of Clubs, it can be like too much detail. It can be worrying about too many different things. Four of Swords is like saying, take this time to rest, relax, recover, all that other stuff. It's just a card of meditation, I feel. But that's that. Thank you, Gemini. All right, for row number 2, you actually got two cards. You have the Buffalo Spirit and the Crow Spirit. Buffalo Spirit says the abundance of the universe will provide, and the Crow Spirit says co-create with the Spirit. And so you have a lot of this co-creation energy here going on in this reading as well. It's really interesting, you know, even though we are isolated, even though we're quarantined, a lot of the signs for like the past several weeks since this whole thing started have had these cards of teamwork, co-creation, all this other stuff. And it's like, yeah, maybe we can't be with people, but there could still be plenty of opportunities for us to, you know, co-create with other people, or, you know, be together with people in some way. So it's like we need to figure out how to do that so we can get this abundance. And so that's what I feel like you're doing here. For a lot of you, I feel like that this could be in a relationship as well. I'm getting the word ancient on this Buffalo Spirit here as well. So for some of you, this could be you working on a relationship that you've been in for a very long period of time. It could be you putting in the work. I feel like this co-creation card is saying like that you're just making the best of a relationship situation that you're in. Next, you have the Page of Wands here and the Five of Clubs. Yeah, like I said, a lot of conflict cards here. Five of Clubs. You have the Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords here. This is like breakup energy, but really it could just be isolation. Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, isolation. Five of Swords is a card of selfishness, but it could say nobody's being selfish. It could just say that you are feeling sadness because maybe you are isolated from someone in love, probably at a distance. I feel like if that story is for you, Gemini, it would be with someone who's at a distance, or someone who you cannot get to at this time. For others, I feel like this could be adventure. Five of Clubs to me, in the playing card reading system, I used to call this card Indiana Jones. If you've been watching me for years, when I only read playing cards, you know, I used to call this card the card of the adventurer. The Page of Wands is a card of adventure. That World card is a card of adventure. So I feel like some of you could be going on some sort of adventure. Again, you know, this doesn't have to be literally going outside and having an adventure like that. It could be an adventure that you go on in the comfort of your own home. You could be learning about a new topic. You could be, you know, exploring something new from home. That's an adventure. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you are adventuring here. I do feel like that Page of Wands is saying, like, try to have as much fun as you possibly can in the current situation. I do feel like we need to, you know, it's hard. Absolutely. I feel like we need to keep our spirits up as much as we possibly can. You know, I always say, I'm a Pisces, right? You know, the weird thing is it's like, this is what pretty much what I do. Like my life has not changed at all because of this situation, because I'm a Pisces. I stay home all the time, right? But there is something mental about the whole thing, about like, you know, needing to stay home. So I feel like some of you could be struggling with that here. I feel like this is saying, like, create adventures in your home, and that will probably help you out this week. Next, your center card here is the Five of Pentacles with the Six of Diamonds. This is actually much better. I was a little bit worried about that Five of Pentacles here, Gemini. This Six of Pentacles, this to me screams potential. I feel like you have a lot of potential here in something. The Five of Pentacles is a card of being left out in the cold, but that Six of Pentacles is like considered to be a card of extreme luck, and it's called the Clover in the playing card reading system, and it can represent like luck, loans, getting something that you've been waiting for financially, really. So I feel like there could be a lot of luck coming in for you. The reason that this combination to me is popping into my head as potential is because Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, worried about something, you know, scared. Six of Pentacles is also a card of imposter syndrome. It's a card of like feeling like you're not good enough to do something, but you are. So this basically says, if you take action on something, if you do something here that you know you should be doing, it will pull you out of literally the cold. So I feel like for some of you, there's something that you need to start putting energy into, like some sort of talent, gift, skill, or ability. Next, you have the Justice card with the Four of Hearts. Yeah, I feel like there's more balance coming into love. This is actually pretty good. Four of Hearts, definitely patience in love. Your whole, you know, even as I go through this, and I'm clarifying all these cards, it's like the continued story is that for somebody out there, it's like maybe you are in love, but it's like maybe you can't be with that person, and you know, or maybe there's some sort of blockage to you getting to that person as well. It could be the virus situation, like I said, could be distance, so that would be a combination of the two. For others, I feel like there is someone that you could be interested in, but it's like, you know, this whole thing has stalled the process. So that's what I feel here. Four of Hearts is a card of patience and love in the playing card reading system. So it represents being patient, needing to be patient, but it represents getting it as well. Justice is like cause and effect, and it says you need to do whatever you possibly can at this time. So this could be like communicating with someone online. Maybe you need to Skype date. Maybe you need to do something, right? For others, by the way, I am getting something legal here. I'm going to cover that at the end, but what I would say is I have to get this out. I feel like if you're waiting for a legal settlement here, this whole thing here looks like a legal settlement to me. And again, we're going to cover it card by card at the end real quick, but I do feel like some of you could be getting a legal settlement here. Next, in your final row, you have the Orphaned card. Again, just talking about the current situation. feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you can't be around people. Maybe you are feeling isolated from love as well. So I feel like you're just feeling isolated. There's really not much to say there on that card. Next, you have this World card here with the Joker. Yeah, you always get the Joker. Again, if you've been watching me since the beginning, when I only read playing cards, I used to say to you all the time that this is the superpowers of Gemini, the Joker. The Joker is about being able to see things from two different points of view. It's also a card of being above persecution. It's like a card of being protected from risk in a lot of ways. We're not talking about crazy risks. We're talking about like calculated risks that you could be taking. Like maybe you're interested in someone. Maybe you ask them out online, even though we can't be together right now. Like I've been saying, like if there was ever time to ask someone out that you're interested in, it would be right now. It's like you can save yourself the embarrassment, right? It's like maybe you're still embarrassed, but it's like, there is an excuse to not have to ask the person out face to face, So I feel like some of you, it's like you're protected here with these cards. For others, this to me is like you reaching goals. That Joker card here just tells me that you know other ways, that there are other ways that you know of that you could be very successful in reaching something here, but it's like you have to open up to those ways. That Five of Clubs is about being very, very, it's a card of adventure, but it's the most creative card in the playing card reading system as well. So I feel like it's a very creative time. Ace of Wands right here. So I feel like it's a very creative time for you, and I feel like you need to use this creativity for success. Next, you have this Five of Swords here with the Seven of Clubs. Yeah, I do feel like there could be some confusion going on here for you, Gemini. And, again, it could be just like the isolation. I feel like if you're like in a relationship and if you're noticing that the person is being weird or whatever, I feel like it's just the isolation. I feel like it's a very difficult time. And I feel like it could be very difficult for people in general, and people just react to this differently, right? So some of you might be in a relationship with someone and you could be having some problems, maybe, or maybe you feel like they're acting weird. That's what's popping into my head, like acting weird or different. But I really feel like it's just isolation. So I feel like some of you need to realize that. For others, I feel like this is talking about you kind of like reclaiming your independence. So I feel like some of you are doing that as well. And finally here you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this is definitely improvements in your finances. Seven of Pentacles is a card of like picking up your pentacle and moving it in a different direction. That Five of Diamonds there is a card that says just do it. To me, the Five of Diamonds is a card that says just do it. It's like says take the leap of faith. The Fool card, some people read in the playing cards, some people read the Fool card, the Joker as the Fool. So I feel like for some of you, this is kind of like saying just do it. Make some sort of change that you know that you need to make. I feel like there will be a lot of success for you. It's popping into my head right now. I feel like someone out there is asking a yes or no question. The answer is yes. So randomly just popped into my head. If you're asking a yes or no question, the answer is yes, is what I feel like saying. So I'm going to say it, which is very interesting. But this is a kind of like an interesting reading. I'm not going to lie, boring is what I'd say to you here, Gemini. I feel like not all weeks can be as exciting as we want them to be, obviously, right? But I feel like it's more about you this week, so there isn't a lot of stuff about like love coming up here necessarily. There is a story I do get about love up here, where if you're like in something long distance, there could be some frustrations there, but I feel like things will ultimately be fine. That Joker says you're finding another way of doing things. So if you're like in a long distance relationship, if you're having problems there, it's like you are finding a different way to kind of like handle it, is what I'd say to you. For others, I do feel like for some of you, you were dealing with someone who walked away from you in the past. You have the Orphaned card here. Then it goes down to this Joker in the World, which could say that you were dealing with like a player type of person here. Even in this row here, we have the Jack of Spades. It's like, to me, this isn't with the Page of Clubs here. The Page of Wands and that Ace of Wands. To me, that's not straight up player energy, but to me, that is like hidden vices energy, if that makes sense. So some of you could have been dealing with someone who has like hidden problems or hidden vices, like think like the devil, basically. And I don't think they were maybe a bad person, but it's like maybe they had some problems here. I feel like this led to a breakup with this line right here. Five of Swords, Seven of Clubs, confusion right here. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Diamonds. This is like wanting to start something new. Even your bottom row here is like saying that you paid attention to the details in a relationship, and then you found out that something wasn't balanced with this Justice card. Four of Hearts says you were being patient for new love. Seven of Pentacles, change in direction for new love as well. So like I said, I feel like this whole row back here, down here, is like with that Eight of Diamonds, is saying you paid attention to this right here. So it all kind of connects, right? That's the whole point of doing a layout like this, is because it all comes together. In this row here, I feel like there could be some sort of new beginning for you, but probably financially. So if you're starting something new, like a new job, or if you're looking for a new job, or if you're starting a business even with that Ace of Wands, this to me looks extremely successful. That Five of Pentacles tells me, yes, you're going to have to put the work in. Like, it's not going to be easy, right? But I feel like there will be great success here. Going this way, it's like you have that Four of Swords, Eight of Diamonds. It's like maybe you're thinking about starting something. Eight of Diamonds is a really good card for entrepreneurship. Five of Pentacles, like worrying about whether or not you'll have the money to start something. Six of Diamonds says you just have to get started. There's no good answer. The Fool says you are kind of like protected from the risk of starting something new in the world. You will be reaching lots of goals if you get started. So that's that, Gemini. Kind of, like I said, a boring-ish reading, but still kind of interesting. So thank you for watching, Gemini. Really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subbed. Make sure to like the video or dislike it. It doesn't matter. And thank you for watching. Really appreciate it.